Hey, welcome back to Fiverr Talks. I'm glad you're here because today we're talking about an important but a bit uncomfortable subject, and that is, what do you do when you receive a warning from customer service about something you've done wrong? Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because you don't want to miss this important information. That's right, today's going to be a doozy. Welcome back to Fiverr Talks, the only channel that's all Fiverr all the time. My name is Joel Young. I'll be your guide and your host for all things Fiverr. I'm a top-rated seller and one of Fiverr's all-time top earners. I've been selling on the platform since 2013, and I've got a lot of links to some of the press that I've been doing lately about that below if you care to dive deeper into my story and how I've gotten there. I've done some great just fun podcasts lately about different things that we don't necessarily talk about on this channel. So if you're interested, check it down below. I post all those things on my website, joelyoung.me, so that you can check those out if you want to go deeper into those things and some of my non-Fiverr related business advice. Today we are talking about something that is a bit uncomfortable. It's about what to do after you have gotten a warning, or some people call them strikes, from customer service. Now, if you're a new seller, this may be a totally new subject for you. Even if you're a seasoned seller, maybe this has never happened to you. I hope it's never happened to you. But sooner or later, I believe everybody has a bit of a run-in with Fiverr customer service, or they call it the trust and safety team, Fiverr support, whoever it is that contacts you. Sooner or later, if you've been selling on Fiverr for any amount of time and done substantial work, they'll probably come to you and say, hey, something you did broke the rules. It was against our terms of service. And it's a bit tricky to navigate because as for myself, I've gotten a couple of these over the years, not very often, but in both cases, they were things that I had done for years, and then Fiverr changed their policy. Didn't really tell anyone, but it expected everyone to read the entire terms of service every time it updated. And essentially the rules had changed, and what I had been doing was no longer allowed. So even if you try to follow the straight and narrow like me, try to follow all the rules, sometimes the rules change and you're not aware of it until they tell you that you're breaking a rule. So that may all seem complicated, but the truth is there are times when all of us, whether knowingly or unknowingly, break a rule on the platform, violate the terms of service, and we come face to face with that trust and safety team and that nasty little email that nobody likes getting saying, hey, you're getting a warning or a strike or a slap on the wrist because you've done something wrong. And what I want to talk about today specifically is what to do after that's over. What to do after that just sinking feeling in your gut goes away, because trust me, it is sinking, it is scary. Maybe your level got demoted, maybe you were level 2 and you got knocked down to level 1, maybe you lost your top rated seller status. It can be scary and it can be discouraging. But I'm here to tell you that both myself and a lot of sellers that I know that are top rated have come back out of those strikes. Some people that were top rated that got demoted got back to top rated. Things like that happen all the time. And it's not the end of your business if you make a mistake, if you correct that mistake and move forward. So today I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about what to do if you get a warning from trust and safety. If Fiverr contacts you and says you've done something wrong, what do you do from there to make sure that it doesn't happen again and that you are understanding things properly? So I've just got a couple points for you. They're really, really helpful and valuable, and they've helped me navigate my experience with the trust and safety team and customer service or support, whatever you want to call it, in the best way possible. And the first thing is, I think I just already said it, is you need to ask for clarification. Once you get this email, it's going to be pretty vague. You need to ask for clarification on what specifically you did. So, like I said, you may get an email that's vague. You may leave that email thinking, I have no idea what I did. Reach out and ask specifically. If you have a customer success manager, which some top-rated sellers do, ask them. If not, just send an email to support and say, hey, I got this message. Here's the reference to it. I just need to know what I did wrong. And they can track down the answer for you. They can probably even pinpoint it to specifically the conversation, the customer, the order number, the gig, what you did wrong in that. They should be able to articulate that for you in great detail. And I always have asked for that. And that's extremely helpful for you because that allows you to go, okay, here's what's wrong. Don't do that again. Now, may seem simple, but if you have no idea what you did wrong, you can't correct it. So you have to go that extra mile and you have to ask, hey, what did we do wrong? Where did we do it wrong? And how do we fix this? In fact, I want to tell you, you shouldn't be afraid to ask trust and safety or customer support or whoever's helping you. Ask them to help you come up with a solution. Hey, how do I make sure that I don't do this again? If it's something you said in a message, say, how could I have worded that so that it wasn't a violation? What could I have done differently? Ask their opinion, because these people are the experts on the rules, and you can ask them for not only a clarification on the rules, but hey, what do I need to do to make sure that doesn't happen again, or what should I have done instead? It can be extremely helpful for you. And then you need to go back and you need to either create a new process to make sure that doesn't happen again, or modify your existing processes. Now, this could go all the way down to things like quick response messages, delivery messages, the way you intake information or communicate with clients. Maybe it's a gig description. I have, on occasion, found a gig video taken down because unbeknownst to me, there was a violation in that gig video that previously was approved by Fiverr. Then the rules changed, that gig video was taken down, and sometimes it takes them a while to notify you. So you'll need to ask, hey, what's wrong with the video? How can I fix it? And just always be monitoring those things and changing your process, changing whatever you need to make sure it doesn't happen again. Take great care, because the one thing that trust and safety, the one thing that Fiverr does not like, and certainly seems as a greater offense, is you repeating the same mistake or the same violation again. In fact, I believe if you get 2 customer service strikes in a 30-day period, I'm going off the top of my head here, you will be demoted in your level. And certainly multiple, they don't really give, I know they try to work with buyers, but they try to be ambiguous in this wording, but they say if there's a repeated violation for the same thing over and over, your account will be turned off. You'll be deleted. It has happened to people I know, people that I have talked to. I've gone through the situation with them, and it was repeated offense. Things happened over and over and over and over multiple times. They were told, they didn't fix it, they didn't pay close enough attention. And so you don't want to be that person that is consistently doing the same thing wrong over and over and over. Ask for clarification, change your process, be diligent, and be careful to make sure that you don't make the same mistake twice, and that you understand what you did so that you can be an upright seller, somebody who's transparent and honest. You know, whether you're dealing with customers or with Fiverr, the platform, I realize that it can sometimes be difficult. Sellers, I see a lot of sellers with very bad attitudes towards Fiverr. And certainly, I've been there. I've been frustrated with Fiverr time and time again over little things that they've changed or they've done, or like I said, rules changing that weren't rules a year ago or before and we weren't notified, whatever it is. But the truth is, we're on their playground. We're playing by their rules. They're bringing these customers to us on their worldwide platform. It's a huge blessing to be able to sell on the platform. It's an opportunity. And so it's kind of like we need to understand their rules because we're playing on their playground with their toys. So make sure that you are upright and honest in what you're doing in relation to Fiverr, that you're grateful and you're humble. And those always serve you better than someone who always thinks they're right, someone who is really kind of defiant and against the system. It's not going to lead to great resolution, and it's not going to lead you to a long relationship, a fruitful relationship with Fiverr. So the best thing you can do is try to understand and play by their rules. When you break one, ask for clarification, make sure you know what you did, and be careful not to do it again. Nobody's perfect, and Fiverr understands that. That's why they have these kind of grace policies in place so that you can break a rule and not get kicked off the platform. Whatever you can do to be the best possible ambassador to a great relationship with Fiverr will help you in the future. Hey, thanks so much for joining me for this Fiverr Talks video. My name is Joel. As always, I'm your host and your guide. I'm a top-rated seller and top earner on Fiverr since 2013. And if you want to go deeper If you're serious about starting your business, growing your business, maybe becoming a Fiverr super seller, top-rated seller yourself, then I would suggest you join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/DJYoung. We have exclusive content there every single Friday. You can ask questions, have a direct line to talk to me about your gig, even answer questions through Q&A videos. And like I said, you'll get that exclusive video every Friday where we go deeper into really important issues that you're going to need to conquer as a seller. I try to provide a tremendous amount of value. It's a very small bar to get in and very affordable for anyone. If you're a seller on Fiverr and you sell 1 gig a month, boom, you made enough to join us on Patreon. So make sure you do that today. Don't miss Friday's video. It's going to be a doozy. And until next time, as we always say, keep doing, because the future favors the doers.